Cool, so Jamie, we're here for the 2012 Evora event. We've had a go in the car, which was very, very good. Can you tell us the difference between the 2011 car and the 2012 car?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a few really nice improvements. Most of them are tactile improvements, hands-on things. One of the most noticeable things for me is you get in and the new seats are a lot comfier, a little bit more sporty. The red line is a nice touch with the premium sport suits. You've got a slightly chunkier steering wheel, which has just a nicer feel to it. The dials have a black background with the silver dials, which just emphasises a bit better. And I think one of the things most people are talking about is the new exhaust system on the Model Year 12. It really has that element of theatre about it. Some people felt the Model Year 11 might be missing some of that, and I think the new Model Year 12 more makes up for it.
The car's available still in the IPS and the manual. Which is the car to have?
It's a good question. I've been having arguments with people about this for a week. For me, I really like the IPS. I don't know if it's because I'm getting old, but I like the fact that you can have it in an automatic mode and relax and just let the miles rattle off, and if you're feeling more spirited you can go into the paddles and really push on. But some of the pure drivers out there will think there's nothing that can beat the feeling of the manual car, so it's a debate that will carry on, I think.
And the car, which is the favourite of yours?
It's the IPS. I mean, I'm using the IPS at the moment, and I didn't want to like it. I traditionally like manual cars, and part of me didn't want to like it, but I love it. I'm using it every day, and I think it's probably the future of sports cars.
Looking at the Evora as a package, what's the appeal of the car to you personally?
I mean, the appeal for me is that it's a sports car. I love sports cars, but I like the flexibility that it offers. I like the fact that you can go on long journeys with it. You've got the storage space, it's comfortable. And then if you really want to push off and start attacking some B roads, it's just so compliant and so easy. It really flatters you as a car, I find.
If you look at the Evora compared to traditional Lotuses with similar performance from the past, how do the running costs compare?
Well, I think they're very much in line. Obviously it's a slightly more expensive car and more bits on it, but at the end of the day it's got a 3.5 litre V6 Toyota engine. It's arguably one of the most reliable engines on the planet. I mean, the running costs from that point of view are very low. It's very economical, and yeah, quite a cheap prospect for ownership for considering what you're getting.
Who's buying the car? Who's your customer for the Evora?
It's quite a good question. It's quite a mixed batch, really. I mean, most of the people who buy Lotuses in some way have been touched by Lotus in the past, growing up, seeing their heroes driving in the Formula 1, and they've always wanted one, and one day they've got the money to do it. Sometimes it's people who just want a slightly different sports car. They want to be slightly unique and stand out from the crowd. And then you get your absolute petrol heads who want pretty much the fastest thing they can buy from A to B, so good cross-section.
2012, we've got some new cars coming into the Lotus fold. What are you most excited about?
I think that it's no secret that the V6 Exige is probably the most talked about Lotus for quite some time. I'm very, very excited about that car, but also very nervous about some of the test drives I'm going to be having with people, because it's, by all accounts, is as fast as everyone's saying, which is great use. It means it'll sell well, but also slightly nerves me.
Brilliant, thank you very much indeed.
Pleasure.